Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Hello and welcome to another quick shot review for Cheap Shot Entertainment. I've been to see Insidious The Red Door. It is Patrick Wilson's directorial debut, and he also stars in this film as well. It's a film that's been synonymous with his name, as well as James Wan's, of course. But like I said, this is his directorial debut, and it follows the Lamberts as they must go deeper into the further than they've ever been before, because the red door has been opened and they must close it. So this is a 2023 film. It is classed as a horror mystery thriller. It is a PG-13 or a 15 over here in the UK, and it's around about 2 hours long, as you can expect. But is it any good? That is the question that we're going to be answering, hopefully today, right here on Quick Shot Reviews. So if you have seen Insidious The Red Door, please do get in contact with us and let us know what you thought of the film. And if you join us for the main part of the podcast, I will give you my thoughts too. As already mentioned, Insidious The Red Door has recently been released, and it ends where it all began for Patrick Wilson and his family in Insidious, in the further through the red door. And I like the use of cinematography here. I think it is really good. I love the use of the ghosts, the demons that are in use during Insidious. The sound design is perfect. Unfortunately, from my point of view, this just isn't scary anymore. We know the outlook for Insidious movies. Patrick Wilson travels into the further, and he goes to save his son, Dalton. Josh Lambert is Patrick Wilson's character throughout this series, and they fight demons whilst they're there, but without any sort of anything apart from sort of being there. And like I say, I really like the use of the cinematography. I love the inclusion of Chris Winslow, played by Sinclair Danielle. Rose Byrne is brilliant as Renee as well. You've also got an appearance from Lynn Shay and a few others as well. But it all follows Dalton as he heads off to college and starts an art course where his art teacher is showing them that painting, that art comes from within. You have to find your deepest, darkest feelings and put them on the canvas. And this leads to Dalton drawing a picture which would ultimately see the demons being released. And so we follow the life of Dalton while he's at university, and his estranged father is Josh Lambert, where we find out that they are, or they have been, hypnotized to forget. It is not a massive exploration of the thought that he's gone to college or university as it is in the UK, but it's basically following the same sequences as the previous Insidious movies. That being said, it's not a bad film. It's not terrible. It's not great. If you're a fan of the Insidious movies and you've got a youngster who is into their horror films, then this is perfect. It's not too scary at all, but the imagery is fantastic as usual. Like I say, this is Patrick Wilson's first foray into directing, so we'll give him a break on that one. But the official rundown is the Lamberts must go deeper into the further than they have ever been before to put their demons to rest once and for all. And we all know that is not going to be true because there's probably going to be an Insidious 6 following Dalton. And yeah, it explores the idea of university. Not enough for my taste, but obviously it leaves Dalton on his own, following the same sort of story as his dad through the last 4 Insidious movies. Like I say, the cinematography, the imagery, you can't really get wrong in an Insidious movie. Turn the lights off, get some contortionists, and have them falling out of doors. That is pretty much Insidious The Red Door. That being said, I love the exploration of the art side of this because the Red Door has been drawn, and that means the spirits have been drawn to the Red Door. And I love the insinuation that that is the case, that they wouldn't have been released if it wasn't for this deep, dark thought inside Dalton's head. So as the film progresses, obviously they start remembering more and more things. You get the normal sort of shock scenes where something gets lifted up and there's something there and it gets put down and it's not there anymore. There are some scenes where obviously Dalton sees things that other people don't. We do, for the first time, get to see, that I've seen anyway in an Insidious movie, but correct me if I'm wrong, get to see the other side of the further as Dalton walks around his university dorm, opening doors and things like that. You can see it from his side, but you can't actually see him in the normal world, in the real world. So that bit's explored, and obviously with that it's a case of the demons want life. That is what they cling on to. And we also get an appearance from Josh's dad for the first time as well, who it turns out has followed a similar path, and Josh has a realization that all this time he's been hating someone that was never there, but it wasn't by choice. So yeah, we don't get to explore that too much, but we do get some imagery regarding that. So yeah, it's okay. It's not gonna, I mean, it probably is gonna make a lot of money because it's an Insidious film, and there was certainly a lot of people in the showing I went to, and that was at what, 5:20, or no, 5:50 on a Tuesday night. So I mean, yeah, it's going to make some cash, isn't it, for Patrick? So would I recommend this film? Yeah, give it a go. You know, if you like the Insidious films, it's good. It's not the worst horror film I've seen. It's not the best. It's pretty standard cookie cutter horror film, and especially an Insidious horror film. But it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, I'd recommend it. It's a bit of fun. I wasn't scared by any means. I thought the story dragged a little bit, but like I say, I keep saying this, the imagery, the cinematography, the sound design was absolutely phenomenal as usual, and the use of orchestral music to create that tension and quietness to create that tension before the eventual loud noise and making people jump out of their seat, of course. But yeah, it is what it is. So, we've got Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 to go and watch coming up. There's also some other films that I need to book in for to go and watch those as well, because we're coming up to the summer. It's that time of year where all the films tend to come out. So keep it low right here on Cheap Shot Entertainment, more specifically for quick shot reviews on YouTube and on Spotify. And I will see you next time, film fans. Goodbye.
Hiya.